Hey everybody, welcome to my 2022 in the bag. If you follow me on social media, then you might have seen 5 days ago I tested positive for COVID. Now fortunately, it's been a very mild case. I had a fever on day 1, but then just a slight cough and some congestion from here on out. Feeling pretty good right now, but I did test positive again today on day 5. So still quarantined in the bedroom away from my wife, just trying to keep her safe and healthy. I thought to myself, what better time than now to show you guys what I'll be throwing in 2022. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach for this in the bag. I'm not going to go super in depth as towards why I throw things. So if you do have any questions, you can drop them in the comments and I'll answer anything that you ask. But for the sake of time and just wanting to share with you and let you know what I'll be throwing, let's keep it simple. To start, the bag that I'm using this year is the Discmania Jetpack B Series bag. Surprisingly enough, I actually bought this off Eagle. In his Waco vlog last year, he said he was going to be upgrading his bag, and so I just shot him a message on Facebook, and here we are. It did get lost in the mail for about a month, so I was a little nervous, but it showed up. It's the perfect bag for me. I don't carry a lot of discs, so it works well. Plenty of storage, and love that black, gray, yellow look. All right, let's jump on into the discs. Starting with my putting putters. This year I'll be putting with D-Line Flex 2 P2s. I do have a set of Flex 2 Rainmakers coming in, bit more shallow, so I'm going to try those out as well, but P2 is a classic putter. I'm glad to be putting with them. My jump putting putter is the Proto Wedge. Wouldn't be a Caddie in the bag without the Wedge. This thing is very understable, very glidey, and I love it. Very versatile. And my old putting putter, this is my more glidey jump putting putter if I don't want to putt with the understability of the wedge. This is my Exo Hard Link. I also will throw this for a hyzer flip 2 straight approach shots as well. It is seasoned, so understable. Then some of my primary throwing putters. We have this Lux Link, premium link with Link from The Legend of Zelda dyed on it. Huge shout out to Mike Kemp for dyeing this. Turned out really good. Love how it looks. I love throwing this disc. Then my hybrid forehand backhand throwing putter. This is a C-Line P3. Shout out Richard Y for turning me onto these in Tulsa last year. Love this thing, seasoned very nicely. Tons of glide. And my forehand approach disc is the Exo Soft Tactic. Not a lot of ground action. Hits where you throw it, stays within 10-15 feet. Jumping into mid-ranges, I keep it very simple, only bag 3. Understable, stable, overstable. My understable mid-range is the Neo Origin. Shout out Pastry Dyes for this beautiful dye. This thing is seasoned, very controllable. Throw it all the time. Love this disc. Stable mid-range, the new C-Line MD3. This is the Ferrari MD3 or the Italian plastic. It's a little bit more stable than I'm used to for MD3s. Likes to finish left, which is great. Just have to control the angle a little bit, but love reaching for this one. And last but not least, another huge shout out to Mike Kemp, Black Vinyl Discs for this dye work, the Neo Mutant. This thing is a Mutant, very overstable, primarily forehanded, but awesome, reliable wind disc. Jumping into fairway drivers, I bag 5 of them. I've got a D-Line FD, very understable, primarily for rollers. A 169 gram Neo Essence, understable essence, ton of glide, a lot of different angle manipulation. Then Nate Perkins Signature Series Zen, which is a Meta Essence, beautiful look, great feel, bit more stable than the Neo Essence that I just showed you, and love this thing for its long glide. My wind fairway driver, when it's just a little windy, is Neo Instinct. A little bit more stability than the FD, a lot more stability than the Essence. Love this thing, shallow rim, so good for forehands and backhands. And for extremely windy situations, we have a C-Line FD3. Huge shout out to Mike Kemp, once again, Black Vinyl Discs. Can you tell I'm a fan of his work, for dyeing the Zelda Triforce on this for me, just making it look a little bit cooler. Primarily forehand this disc, but great for overstable finishes. Jumping on into control drivers. Big fan of the CD2, and this is a G-Line CD2. I like this one because it's grippy. It's a go-to disc when it's raining or my hands are very hot and sweaty or it's cold out. Also, I like having a understable CD2 and a stable to overstable CD2. This is my understable CD2, and my stable to overstable CD2 is this Dana Vici Roaming Thunder 2. Love reaching for this disc. It can get it to go pretty dang far for me, which is like 350, 360, and just feel very confident throwing it. Last but not least, another control driver that I'm throwing back in the bag. It's been in and out. This is the S-Line TD, and it's pretty new still. It's been thrown just a handful of times, but a little bit faster than my CD2s, so curious to see what I end up using this disc for. And last but not least, I've got 3 distance drivers. I'm just now starting to throw them a bit more. Last year and even the year before, tried to stay away from distance drivers, but my arm speed has evolved. I would say that I have a medium-ish arm speed now versus maybe a slow to medium arm speed disc. So anyhow, this is the Vapor Enigma. Love the Vapor Enigma, love the feel, love the stability difference over the Neo Enigma. Shout out Noah Cronin from Daily Disc Golf over on the East Coast. What up, Huck Squad, for dyeing the Huck Squad stamp on here. This is my farthest flying disc. I am pushing this to about 380 now, with hopes of getting it to 400. We'll see if I get there this year, but love this thing. Let go of it flat, does all the work. Then when I need to fight wind or finish to the left, got a S-Line DD3. Can let go of this Anheuser in a headwind and get it to flex out still. Throwing this maybe 340 on a good pump. But if I need a disc to finish to the left, can backhand it, let go of it flat, just let the stability work, and great for forehands too. And last but not least, my absolute meat hook, C-Line PD2. Old spin die from my friend Tyler Coleus. Love bagging his stuff, but can throw this forehand flexes, backhand flexes into the ground for skip shots. Just a very versatile, overstable, reliable disc. Anyhow, that is what I am throwing this year. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Before I go, I want to shout out the people that I continue to get to represent this year. First and foremost, the Disc Golf Experience here in Milwaukee, local retailer, one of my best friends. I've had the privilege of representing them for, golly, this is year 7 now, I think, 7 or 8, I forget, 2016, so year 5, 6. Just a huge fan of everything he does for our community and the platform and opportunities that he gives me to be able to give back to the community as well. Shout out to Kelly and Matt from Nomadic Disc Golf, online retailer out of Michigan. If you're ever on nomadicdiscgolf.com looking for some good stuff, then use promo code Caddie. You'll save 10%. That URL is nomadicdg.com. And last but not least, huge shout out to Discmania for letting me get to represent the brand another year. This is year 4 working with Discmania. This is year 10 or 11 throwing Discmania. Love this plastic and just extremely excited for what's to come in the future. Anyhow, again, drop a comment if you have any questions. If you liked this sped up version of it in the bag, appreciate a thumbs up. And hopefully after my COVID symptoms have vanished, I will see you guys on the course. See you later.